Welcome to our first series of spiderweb skills. Very fortunate to have a fantastic demonstrator, Byron Ryman. He's going to walk you through a lot of the skills we do today. There's going to be a little visual for you to have a look and see what we're doing and then go and practice the skills. And with everything we do, we're adding an extension for those of you that find this a little bit easy. But we'll go slow. Hope you have a lot of fun. Anytime you need to have a break, do that. And it's not a problem if you don't have the equipment. You may not have a cone. Drink bottle will do fine. Here's whatever you've got. And today we're inside. The weather's not letting us get outside, but that's fine. Again, we're going to have a great time. Byron, you ready to go?
Yeah.
3 components today. It's ball handling, it's dribbling, and it's shooting form. Let's start with a points of emphasis for you. Make sure you're looking at the ball. Make sure you're looking at your hands and you can spread your fingers for great control. Our first one is going to be finger taps. So get in a comfortable position and you're tapping the ball between 8 fingers and 2 thumbs, hand to hand, left to right. So this is quite straightforward. We can adjust the distance. We're going small to long with our little finger taps. We're going up and down. So let's try that. Medium to high, to medium to low. And then you can speed it up. And the next thing we're going to do, the extension, we're going to go behind our ankles now. So not looking at the ball. This is a bit more challenging. Make sure you've got a good bend. You can almost touch the ground with that basketball, Byron. Yeah, it's a challenge. Then we can come back up again. Excellent. And then we can also go between the legs. So Byron, if you can place one leg forward. Yep, and so finger taps between the legs. Same thing, you can almost touch the ground. You can move up and down with that. And then you can change legs. So there's our extension. Just making sure the ball's touching our thumb and 4 fingers on each hand. And of course, we can speed it up if that's too easy. Next, we're into a slam now. We're going to whack that ball from one hand to the other, and it's going to touch again 4 fingers and the thumb of each hand. Let's go, Byron. So real good slaps. The ball touching the palm of your hand, that's fine as well. You want to make your hand as big as it can be, get a real good grip and a real good feel for the ball. And we're going to move it up and down, Byron. Yep, high, low. And now the extension. You've got to get some timing right here. So this is the trick. As you tap the ball, your feet are going to be in. As you tap it a second time, your feet are going to be out. Let's have a look. So we're feet there. So change your feet. So here we go. We're in, to out, to in, to out. So you want to get a really getting your feet to work at the same time as the taps. Well done, Byron. So there's our advanced. Fantastic. Keep going. We'll do a few more of those. Yeah, we're good. We can speed it up. It's too easy to speed it up. There we go. The quicker you work, the harder it becomes. Excellent. All right, we'll go into squeezes. So you want to squeeze the ball from one hand to the other. So as you can see, Byron's hands are from open with the ball to closed. So really flicking the ball. Really getting a feel. And again, it's coming off the 4 fingers and the 1 thumb of each hand. Now we're going to adjust the distance so we can squeeze it a bit further, Byron, for a challenge. Bit more wrist. There we go. It's a bit harder. Keep the other. Make sure the other hand is wide spread, ready to catch the basketball. Preparation is important. And we can move the height as well. We can go high squeezes. Yeah, fantastic. To medium, to low. Making sure we're getting a good feel of the basketball. And now the extension. So now we're going to step forward and back each time. So scissor steps. Whenever you're ready, here we go. So on every squeeze, so we're changing feet. And the next extension we're going to do is a foot exchange on the squeeze. So jump and exchange feet. Here we go. There's the next one. So now we're really getting some time. Really getting some great balance, some good coordination, and some great squeezes. Fantastic. And now we'll go to our body wraps. So we're just going to do one section at a time. So we'll start off low. We'll go around our ankles. And once you've done 10, so we'll start now. We're on count 10. Yep. And then we'll reverse direction. Great work. Brian's in a great stance. His heels are on the ground, his toes are on the ground, knees are bent. He's keeping his body really strong. Fantastic. Then we'll go to our waist after 10, Brian. So let's hop that around the waist area. Same thing. Again, you want to extend your arms. Get your arms all around your body. Try and keep the ball off your back. Keep it off your stomach. Really get your hands in your arms by keeping your hands big to do all the work. And then lastly, after we do 10 one direction and 10 the other, it's around the head. And you've got to go in front of the nose, around the ears, back of the head. So not over the top of the head, but try and go nose, right ear, back of the head, left ear, nose. This is more difficult than putting it just above your head. Once you've done 10, we'll reverse that. Getting a good feel of the basketball again. And then our extension after you do 10, we're going to do 2 body parts. And I think we can all do this. 2 body parts. So it'll be knees and waist. Off you go. Knees, waist. Now let's change. Let's go waist and head. Let's reverse the direction on waist and head. Fantastic. And let's reverse the direction of waist and knees. Keep up, the same direction again. Yep, waist and knees. Yep. Waist and knees. Excellent. And now let's put all those together. Really important to stay bent, be in a really good position, like a skis position. You might see people in the slalom. Exactly. But we're going to stay down, Brian. So we're going to have a back bend, leaning forward. That's it. Exactly. Knees, waist, head. Knees, waist, head. So all the way up, all the way down, and reverse. Whenever you're ready, you can reverse. Do 3 more. All right. Hey, great job. You should be feeling warm. You should have your hands ready to go. Your body's moving. Hey, let's do some ball drops. So here's a challenge for you. You've got to drop the basketball, then you've got to touch your hips and catch it. So it's got to drop and bounce, touch your hips and catch. Excellent. So here's your challenge. Now, the higher you stand, the harder it's going to be. The lower you stand, the easier it is. Off you go. Yep, keep going, yep. And try and speed it up, quick as you can. Super quick. Without flicking the ball up, that's the challenge. So just hold the ball one position, quick touch. Quick touch. That's it, well done. Now we're going to touch our shoulders. So this is going to be harder. So it's the same thing, but touch shoulders. Yeah, exactly. Now you can either touch right hand on right shoulder, left hand on left, or you can cross like Byron said, just once. So you guys might be standing up taller. That's it. Better. Well done. So you can see the lower you are, the less time the ball takes to bounce and return, the harder it is. Well done. Byron says this is too easy, so easy extension. It's a drop. It's a touch your shoulder, a clap, and then a catch. There we go. Can be quick. There we go. And if it's too easy, you can start with below. Touch shoulders, quick clap. There you go. That's it. Well done. And you can alternate that with your hips. So let's do this. Shoulders, then hips. Shoulders, then hips. So that will really get your brain working. Where we go. Now hips. Here we go. So you want to go, that's all right. So we're going to go drop, tap, hips, clap, drop, tap, shoulders, clap. Try that. Yep, drop, tap, hips and clap. Now drop, tap, shoulders and clap. That was shoulders. And then back to hips. So every single time we're changing. And you can see how difficult this is. Give you another 20 seconds to have a go at this. It's going to be, what do you got? Give us your best. There you go. Try and alternate it. Drop, catch. Drop, tap, catch, clap. Drop, catch, clap. There you go. All right. 10 seconds, and then we'll change. We'll go to a blue. Really working on quick reflexes, hand-eye coordination, and thinking. Can you think of a couple of things to do at the same time with multiple things we've got here? Awesome. No, that's great. Back to something a bit easier, a blur. We all know what a blur is. Feet apart, drop the basketball, and we catch it with our hands again. Pretty straightforward. 2 hands in front, catch. 2 hands behind, catch. Pretty easy. There's our blur. Just like that. So this is much easier than last time. But of course, that's pretty easy. So now we're going to do a blur without a bounce. So you might want to flick it up a little bit. Just a touch. And then it's quick hands again. Straight, yep. Straddling the ball front and back. Let's do 20. We're done, Brian. Go. Count it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 14. Okay, good job. Now for some more, we're going to do a diagonal blur. So when we do this, we're going to have one hand in front of our body and one hand behind. So still feet even. So it's hips that are going to twist each time. There we go. Now you're doing the advance, which is great. Let's go back to the beginner one. So we'll let it bounce. Yep, so we'll drop it and get that. And now change hands. That's it. We've got it. Yeah. So your left hand's in front, next time your right hand's in front. So here's our diagonal blur. Those hips might twist a bit, or at least your shoulders are moving. So not too dissimilar to what we did before. Just making sure we can bring one hand behind, one hand in front. And now it's a blur without the bounce. All right. You want to be really quick. Go really wide. Quick as you can. Go. There you go. 20. Go. Excellent. All right, let's get into some reps. We're almost done on this section, but we've still got a few more to go. So we're just going to go around one leg. So just continue looping around. You might need to look at the ball to see where it is. You might decide, I'm just going to close my eyes and feel where the ball is. Make sure the other hand's ready to catch the ball. When you've done 10 of those, right, let's get you a reverse. Excellent. Here's the other 10. Same thing, other leg. Let's go straight. Change legs. Good stance, good balance. Fantastic. There you go. And then we'll show you the advance after this one. Now the advance is going to be loop around once and then loop around again, but in the other direction. So every time you loop, you change direction. No. So it's around one leg and then change direction. So still stay around one leg, but you've got to change direction every single loop. Yep, and speed it up. 30, go. Quick as you can. You really got to think, only once, one loop and then reverse. There you go. Really getting that coordination going. So once you've done 30 of those, we'll get you the change legs. All of these things you want to speed up if you're comfortable. If you're making errors and dropping the basketball, that's great. You want to push yourself, test yourself out, see if you can make some improvements and be a little bit uncomfortable. There you go. That's the close to 30, how many you got? Other leg, let's go, same thing. We'll move on in a moment. And then we'll get into our figure eights that Byron's keen to do. Excellent. Now you might want to give your back a bit of a stretch. Shoulders, legs, flick your wrists. 2 more to do. 2 more. Here it is, the figure eight. As you saw Byron doing it, we're going to start off, we're going to wrap it around one leg using both hands, then we'll wrap it around the other leg using both hands. So this is our beginner one, using both hands. No, so it's figure eight, so it's around one leg with both hands, then around the other. So it's, yeah, that's it, you go. So we're using a hand in the middle to catch the basketball. That's our 2-hand figure eight. So have a go at that. Byron's going to do 20 of these. And once he does 20 in the same direction, he'll reverse it. So the hand in the middle catches the ball. 2-hand figure eights around the knee, around the ankle. Still staying 2 hands. Stay with it, 2 hands, catch in the middle, that's it. Make sure you, so it's wrap and tap, wrap, tap in the middle, wrap, tap. There you go. And then when you've done that, Byron, we'll move into the 1-hand figure eights. So in this one, you want to have the hand with the ball under. You want to cup that hand. So here we go, it's 1 hand. So you can see, right hand around right. Big part, right hand around right, and left hand around left. So you're cupping the ball in your hand, spreading out those fingers, making your hand as big as it can be. So 20 of these be, and then we'll reverse it. And of course, we'll speed it up. Make it harder, make your stance a bit wider. You got it, yeah, you're testing yourself. Distance is further. Here we go. Excellent. Then we have one more, which is the challenge for us, and we'll move on to our second section, which will be dribbling. All right, last one up with our wraps. You're going to wrap the ball around both legs. So again, you're going to be in a great stance. Around both legs, step back, then wrap the ball around your front leg. Now legs together, around it, and then, yep, so you're always stepping back with the same leg. Step back, here we go. So round 2, go a bit slow if you can. Round 2, step back around 1. So you can probably see that we're around both feet, stepping back. We're staying in a really good balanced stance. Great control of the basketball. But Brian says, yeah, it's too easy. I'm speed it up. Let's go. Really go quick. Come on, push yourself. There you go. Fantastic. Do 10 of those and we'll change legs. We're stepping back with the left leg next. So round 2, round 1 is 1. All right, let's go other leg. So here you go. Start round 2. Yep, and then step back with the left. Yep, step back with the left. You got it. Same direction. That's it. Let's do 10 of those. So round 2, round 1. That's 1 set. And the last one will be our advanced section. Okay, here's the extension. Every time you step back, it's with a different leg, so alternate. So you'll be stepping back with the left, next time stepping back with the right. Here we go. Round 2, quick, step back over foot. That's it. Stay in the same direction with the ball, that's it. So keep wrapping in the same direction, but we're stepping back maybe with the left leg, maybe next time right leg. And we're speeding up. Give me 10 of those. 10 and we're done. From here. Keep going same direction. So keep circling the same direction. Yep, and just step back a little bit. That's it, you got it. Step back another one. Make sure it's left and right. There we go. So again, really getting you to think about alternating your hands, alternating your feet. Let's have a break. Well done. That's our first little section. Grab a quick drink if you want. We're going to move on. The next section we've got is dribbling. So we're going to be pounding the basketball. Now you may have a cone. So here's our cone. You may not. Here's our substitute cone. It's a drink bottle. So we might use that for a few of these, and then we'll get into it and we'll replace it with a cone. So that's going to help us make things a bit more fun. Points of emphasis. We want to dribble firmly, right? Again, thumb, fingers, and again, use a palm. You want to get some spin on the basketball, that's good. The more control you have, the better it is for you. You want to have your hips down rather than standing up, because we want to make sure the ball comes back to us quickly with control. We want to make sure we've got balance by having feet nice and wide. You ready to go? We'll use that in a moment. The first one we're going to do is just going to be our pound dribble. So we're going to do 3 pounds that we're going to alternate the height. The first is going to be 3 pounds low, and then with the same hand, 3 pounds medium, then 3 pounds high. So changing. Ball should be about knee to ankle, about waist, and then shoulder height. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then high. That's it. Then low again. Then high. Straight back to low. Medium, then high. Okay, changing hands now. We'll go to our left hand. So you will have a strong hand, and one that's a little bit less strong. You might want to go a bit slower and push the ball a bit firmer, just to make sure you can maintain your control. Here we go. Yep, so now we're straight into the left hand now. So again, low, medium, to high. Straight back to low again. Into medium, then to high. Great. Extension. All right. After pounding the ball, so this is a challenge for you. You're going to do 3 pounds with your right hand. Low. Then you are going to touch the cone or the drink bowl in our situation. We're going to change hands to the ball and then do 3 low with your left hand. Every time we finish a set of 3, touch, then go back to the right. Then it's going to be hip height for 3 pounds, touch, change hands, and so on. So every time after 3 dribbles, we're touching, so we're dropping each signal further to make sure we touch the drink bowl. So 3 low, touch, change hands to the ball, 3 low, change, 3 medium, change, 3 medium, change, 3 high, and 3 high. And repeat, let's go. Back to low. Now we're going to replace that with a cone. And the challenge is to be going up and down with your body, because you've still got to touch that cone. It's going to be really low to be able to touch that cone low. A little bit higher, but not too much. You want medium, a little bit higher, but not too much. They actually move the ball up and down. So there's a challenge for you. So let's try that again. Hey, low, look, stay high. Now bounce a little bit higher now, waist high. Stay low. Change low. Bounce the ball to waist, touch your cone. Now bounce the ball above your shoulders. Kind of hard. That's it. So you're moving your arm. We'll get a good arm. Here we go. Good drop. And repeat. Let's go. 1. Medium. Medium. Touch. And 1 for 3. Then 1 for 3. Fantastic. Now we're going to dribble around our leg. We won't need the cone just for now. So we're going to use both hands. We're going to have 1 foot forward and do little over dribbles or circle dribbles around that front foot. So circle around. There we go. Getting good control. We're keeping the ball low. Multiple dribbles. Again, using all of our hand. Trying to get good control. Yep. So when you're ready, you can change direction. Get that left hand working, my man. That's it. You got it. So here's a little circle dribbles and reverse it. Change direction for us. So you're going to go the other direction for us. So dribble. Yep, reverse. Oh, you have already marked all this. Okay. Reverse again. Where do you go? Excellent. All right. Change straight. Same thing. Here we go. Just trying to get control. Challenge yourself. How many dribbles can you use to make a circle? Can you make 2 or 3? Again, go slow. Keep the ball nice and low. The lower, the more control you get. Reverse whenever you're ready. You might have already done that again. I'm not sure. Okay. The extension. You want the extension? Here it comes. One hand around one leg. So here we go. Just one hand only. So the right hand all the way around. So you've got to turn the wrist. Good job. And change other foot. Make sure you're reversing direction as well. So watch your left. That's it. Quick hands on it. Change through. Stay with your left. Can't use that right. That's it. And when you're comfortable, change direction. So you can go the other way. Push it through. That's it. Fantastic. 15 more seconds here. Excellent. Now we're going to work on manipulating the ball. We're going to work on a push-pull series. So it's our big dribble. So it's our crossover without actually changing hands. So we're going to have our feet wide, if you can, Byron. We're going to make sure when we catch the ball, yep, it's going to be outside our right hip and outside our left hip. So you can see Byron there is making a really wide V shape. Notice the ball's getting a little bit of spin in his hand. The wrist is bent. He's got great control. The ball's hardly out of his hand. It's just out for a split second. And the ball's bounced in the middle of his body. So there are V dribbles. So you've got to do 20 V dribbles. So 20 bounces and we're done. Then we change hands. Right now, when you're ready, left hand. Again, you might have one hand stronger than the other. Make sure you go slower. Try and maintain the same width you've got in your feet dribble. And you can drop your hips. The lower you are, the more control you'll have. Maintain the width of your dribble if you can. Excellent. Keep going at 20, and then we'll add the extension. The extension is 2 V dribbles. While you're doing V dribble, touch the cone, change hands. V dribble, touch the cone with the other hand. Here you go. Touch, quick, touch. Okay. So we could be using a grip ball, 2 V dribbles, touch the opposite hand, change hands. There you go. Excellent. The third you bounce the ball, the trigger will come back. Again, control. Actually using a firm dribble. Those hips are down. 10 by 5. This is our extension of our bed dribble. Before we move on to our crossovers. Great. Now we're going to actually do the crossover. So let's cross from hand to hand. And again, we want to be really wide and get a rhythm on this. So left hand to the right, the You really swing the ball outside your body. Yeah, fantastic. You can go high, Byron's doing a high crossover, the ball's come out to his shoulder, or you can actually do it a bit low, try and keep it below his knees. So as you do this, you can vary the height of the crossover. Let's go, Tiger. Here we go. That's it. Again, bounce the ball firmly. Really important. If you're pushing the ball with your right hand, your left hand is open and ready to receive the ball, and vice versa. So preparation. Ready to catch that ball. Instead of the ball spinning his hand. Fantastic as well. 10 more of these, and we'll do the advanced. So here's a challenge for you. After a crossover, the hand that crosses the ball over has to touch your opposite inside knee. So if you cross the ball right to left, your right hand's going to touch your inside left knee. And vice versa. Yep, so your knees down, and change again. Excellent. There you go. That's it. So there's your challenge. Don't go too quick. You want to give yourself time to touch your knee. You want to hang that ball after it crosses over. And once you become comfortable, you can speed it up. So try this extension. That's it. Here we go. Try it. 10 more. For those of you who may not be good at this skill, look at the ball. Look at your feet. Check where your knees are. No problem at all with head down. This is a learning phase. We're not playing. So we want to get as much vision as we can to get comfortable learning the skill. Once you've done 10, we'll move on. Yeah, great rhythm. The more you do this, the easier it becomes. We're going to work on a pound and a cross. Okay. And that's what you should be doing, getting a bit of a sweater. Well done, man. All right, so now we're going to punch that ball, pound it right in front of our right toe, cross the ball in the middle of our body, catch it with the left hand, punch it or pound it in front of our left toe. So it's a pound and a cross. Here we go. Feet wide. Good. You notice it's got a good rhythm here. Pound, cross. Pound is slow, cross is quick. Speed up. Good. Great rhythm here. So we're doing 25 of these. 1. 25. Make sure the ball is bouncing in front of your toe. Make sure you've got good balance. Heels are on the ground. Some of you might be lifting your heels, leaning forward. You don't have to lean forward too much. We're essentially in a squat. Heel and toe on the ground. Arms swinging through doing the work. Then we'll go for our extension. And the extension is, after the crossover, touch the cone. So pound, while you're crossing, touch the cone with the hand that just did the crossover. So we're back to our cone or drink bottle. Here we go. Cross. That's good. Excellent. Yeah, you might want to move the cone closer. So you don't lean forward too much and lose balance. So you get somewhere that's comfortable for you. We've got 25 of these now. At home, you can do 10, 12, so now it's comfortable. Quickly changing hands after you cross. Excellent. Next one we're going to do, we're going to work on an in and out dribble. So in and out, it's our fake crossover. We're going to push the ball towards the inside of our body as if we were crossing over. Then we're going to turn our wrist and push the ball back out again so it makes the shape of a letter O. So you can see Byron's pushing the ball towards his left. Here comes a crossover, and he's doing a great job of selling it with his hips and his shoulder. The defender would react to that Byron pushes the ball to its outside, puts his weight on its outside foot, and then he would attack the ring to score. So this is our in and out dribble, or our O dribble. We've got 15 of these, Byron, then we'll change hands. So you can see the ball's really being turned on all parties' hands. The top and the sides, everything at the bottom of the floor. Yeah, let's change sides again. So left. So you see that O. Push it in towards the middle, and flip back out. We're trying to keep the ball close to our body when we push out. Not be too wide and loose with the ball. We still want to maintain control. That's a good job. We'll go to our extension in a moment. You ready for our extension? Because that was pretty easy for you. So the extension is combining two moves. So it's an in and out, and then it's a crossover. So in out, cross, in out, cross, in out, cross, bounce. So give that a try. We've just done the crossover. It's the in out before that. We've got 23 meters on. We'll sell that crossover. In out, and cross back. In out, cross back. There you go. Shoulders working, hips working. We could even be using our eyes in the gun, be looking at the direction of our fake crossover. To really sell that. Great, now we're going to go between the legs. So again, we're going to have 1 foot slightly forward, 1 foot slightly back, but we are going to be wide. So when you bring your toe passive, going to go between the legs. Pretty straightforward. Bounce the ball directly under your body, and again, other hand is ready to catch the ball. It may not be as good as Byron. This you might need to be lower and go slower. Once the ball's bounced centrally, it comes straight back up again. So Byron, let's do 20 of these, and then we change these. And go right and forward. Excellent. Let's go. 20 more. Then we'll do the extension on this. Here you go. It's the real challenge. Pushing the ball firmly to the ground. You'll see the wrist a little bit thin. Hand is big. Catching that ball cleanly. Yeah, you don't make the mistake. It's good. I want him to make a mistake, and I want him to challenge himself a little bit quicker. Quicker. Yeah. The more you challenge yourself, the more your improvements will come. Let me know when you're on time. All right, so this one is a real challenge. It's a bit more difficult. You may need to practice this one a little bit more after we show you. So it's going to be getting into that split stance with 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and crossing the ball over between your legs. Then with the hand across, you're going to touch the cone. Then you're going to reset to feet even and do it on the other side. So we've done this before. So Byron's got a bit of a lead on here. Let's give this a shot. So between the legs touch, reset, feet even, and the other side. So we're going to go between the legs, touch, reset, between the legs, touch, reset. Remember that one? That's another one. Here we go. Reset. Split stance, touch, reset. So resetting is time. So resetting is making our feet even. Then we get into our split stance of 1 foot in front, 1 foot behind. Okay, so let's start from the top. Let's go reset, split stance, through and touch. Punch it again, reset. Split stance, through and touch. Punch it again and reset. So we'll take an extra dribble.
So it's a punch.
Yep. Let's take that extra dribble. Just sort of get back to a reset. Punch it, reset. Now split. Punch it, reset. There we go. So here's our proper challenge. So it's quick feet. Yep, keep going. I'll talk while you're doing this. So feet reset. Between the legs, touch. Feet reset. between the legs, touch, reset. So this is the touch showing, okay, yeah, stay in a stance, got 10 touches to coming with nothing. So it's just between, touch, reset, between, touch, reset, between, touch, reset, between, touch, reset, between, touch, reset. Stay with it. Keep going through to 10. Excellent. Okay, that's hard work. Now the last thing you've got, a bit of a freestyle. You've got to put 3 moves together. The cone doesn't exist, we just do 3 moves. So this could be a normal pound dribble, a crossover between your legs. Could be a normal pound dribble, and in and out and a crossover. Going to give you 20 seconds to put 3 distinct moves together. Go, it's all you. That's it, right? Any 3 moves you want. You can put the legs on the front, you behind the back, anything you want. 3 moves. So he's got with it, just so it's clear, I want to do 3 moves, then pick the ball up on the hole, then do another 3 moves. So you might go pound, in and out, crossover, hole. You might go pound, in and out, between the legs, hole. So this is separate 3 moves. Just so it's clear. Right? Good. Next 3. 1, 2, 3. Next 3. 1, 2, 3. Next, another 3 again. Good. So make sure you're resetting at 3. You can balance. Now, while you're resetting, think about the next 3 moves you want to do. Do 2 more freestyle Byron, and we're going to our last shooting session. Great, last session for us is now going to be shooting form. If you have a ring, that's great. If you don't, it's not a problem. Weather's probably not going to be nice for you to get outside anyway. It's raining where we are. So a lot of it's getting the ball into our shooting position. Make sure our hand position's correct. Make sure our stance is right. We're lifting the ball in a straight line using good technique to be consistent. So the big 3 things for us is going to be where we hold the basketball. So a couple of minutes of talking, I want you to get your ball and have a look at where your hands are placed. Then we've got a series of drills we're going to do. So let's go to Byron again. So Byron, we want to make sure our index finger is placed in the middle of the ball. So if you can see the ball, Byron's got the ball going left to right. The index finger is on the middle of the ball. His support hand, so Byron's a right-hander. His left hand is going to be on the top side. So it's not going to be completely on the side, but you'll see his fingers almost touching there. So line there, line there. When he brings the ball, you'll see when he brings the ball in the shooting position, that hand's going to be in the perfect position for him. So there's your position on the hands. Let's talk about feet. The feet need to be as wide as your hips for balance. Your heels need to be dug into the ground. We don't want to lean forward and lose our balance. We are going to make sure our shoulders are slightly over our toes. So it's very slight lean. Heels remaining on the ground. Next thing is where we actually want to start with the ball, we talk at our pickup point. So you might have received a pass at your waist. You might have punched the ball into the ground and caught it off the dribble. That's going to be your pickup point for your shot pocket. So Byron's going to turn his wrist a little bit now. So instead of having his hand on top, it's going to be a little behind. So the wrist is going to start to show some wrinkles. So we're getting prepared now from having the ball from our shot pocket or lift point, start lifting the ball. So we rest our hand position, our wrist, our feet. So now we're going to move the ball upwards. We're going to keep it close to our body. Brian, if you can stand slightly in that direction for me, please. What we don't want to do is move the ball out and up. We want to move the ball, tuck the ball close to our body so we can start lifting it directly up. Because the ball's got to go up so we can get it in. So now as we move the ball up, this is called our lift path. We're going to continue. So right now, Brian, we're going to lift the ball up slowly. So wrist is bent. Lift it up slowly. We're going to bring it. As you start looking under the basketball, we're getting ready to release the ball. Right. So now we're going to extend our elbow. We should be extending our legs. And the elbow straight. And then when we release the ball, that left hand or the support hand is going to come off the ball. It's not going to interfere with the shot. Get you turning and facing this direction. So turn this way. So here it is. We've got our feet nicely spaced. Really good balance. Shot hands on the top, finger in the middle of the basketball. Other support hands on the side. Now shot pocket. Bend that wrist to start. We're going to lead preparation. Excellent. Yep, here we go. We're going to lift the ball straight up. Now, ball comes first. Now we're going to start to extend our knees and our elbow. Lift the ball straight up. There's our lift path. Just before our elbow extends, the hand's going to come off the ball. There's our release point. And flick the ball to me. Good. And I just want you to hold that follow-through for me, please, with your right hand. Good. There's our follow-through. We want to make sure we flick the wrist. We can have our fingers pointing down or at least towards the ring. Now, add your support hand. So we want to keep that. There we go. You notice the support hand has come off the basketball. So there's a really good follow-through. Can I get you to demonstrate that without a ball facing that direction? So we're imagining we're holding the ball, index finger on the ball. Good balance. There it is. Go again. So our pocket, or our set point here. Yep. Knees bent. Lift the ball up first. Now we're starting to straighten our legs. And our elbow and flick our wrist. Let's do another one of those. So here's your practice for how you want to shoot. We never want to stop at our head. We want to keep going and make it one fluid motion. Here we go. Yep. So here we go. Pick up point, lift, release. And we want to actually pause. We don't want to pause as we release the ball. We don't want to bring it up, pause, and then push. Along that lift path, we just want to keep going straight, straight, straight. So all I get you to do right now is bring the ball from here all the way up and just extend this. That's it. Good. Imagine you're releasing the basketball. Off you go. So shooting is one fluent motion. Excellent. Let's have a look from behind. Turn around, face the direction. Yep. Yeah, face the wall. Yep. Yep. So count. Yep. So here we go. Check our feet. Let's have a look at our feet. Are they about hip width? Toes should be, pretty much closing the ring, facing the ring. That's fine if you want to have one toe a bit further ahead of the other, whatever feels comfortable for you. Really important, the index finger, middle of the basketball. Yep. Not important to have your elbow in line with your toe and then crunching up the shoulders. It's more important to have that index finger straight up and down. Good. More please. All right, so do that again. Good. And I just want you to bring it up and just hold like that. Good. So that index finger, so point your index finger with your left index finger. So that one, we want to make sure that's straight. Doesn't matter too much if your elbow's a little out to the side. Let's go. Up and push. Good. Go again. Excellent. Go again. Good. Now I want you to do it a little bit quicker so there's almost no pause at all when the ball comes up to you. That's it. Good. Good. A couple more of those. If you can move, I don't know if you can see Byron's feet, but what you'll see is the other thing we want to do as we're extending our legs, we're lifting up and pushing through our toes. Now this time we'll do it, we'll jump and we'll land. Go Byron. And we want to land pretty much in the same position. Go again. We don't want to twist our hips. We don't want to turn our shoulders. Off you go. So foot width should be approximately the same as where we started. Foot position approximately where we started. It could be a bit ahead. Using that one part action. So straight from our pocket, lift it straight, release. Excellent. That's okay. Yeah, right. Here we go. Perfect. Less of a jump. Brilliant. Right, here's your ball. Fantastic. So let's get you to move forward a bit. All right, now hopefully you've been practicing a little bit of that. It's pretty straightforward. It's just one motion and you must feel relaxed. Don't want you to stop, go too slow, try and use the same tempo. So here's our practice now. We're going to add some dribbling. So we're going to get in a great position with our feet, with the cone foot, the feet apart, heels on the ground. Now, with our right hand, we're going to pound the dribble in front of our right foot. We're going to bring our support hand to the ball. So the ball's not going to go to the middle of your body. The ball's going to start on your right side, and the left hand's going to go. So here's Brian. Go, Brian. Yep, go again. Okay. So can I get you to put your ball, the left hand outside your body? Bunch it. Yeah, we bring the left hand through. Good. Excellent. So we've dribbled. We've brought the support hand to the ball. Now, if you bring the ball to the middle of the body, you want to try and fix that. So have a look and see if you bring it. So I want you to watch. Are you bringing the ball to the middle of your body when you do that? Or are you keeping the ball in line with ring dribbles? Excellent. Yeah, so the opposite would be bringing the ball to the middle of your body now and then shooting. That's not going to give you the accuracy you want. So let's go back. Start here. Let's put the ball in the middle of our body now. So bring the ball there. So straight away we've altered our shot. Can we see how our setup's different? We're no longer shooting straight and our fingers pointing to your left. So straight away we're going to have to make a correction. We want to make sure the ball goes straight up and down. So that's what we're doing. Go. So by 10 of those, non-shooting hand goes to the ball. Great practice for you to do at home. You caught the ball, you pound it, bang, shooting hand remains. Now it's the opposite. So you're going to bounce the ball with your non-shooting hand and bring that to your shooting hand. Shooting hand remains in the same position. Same thing. So left hand dribble. And the butt, the shooting hand's got to be in front of your right toe. That's where you're shooting from. So I want you to bring the ball from left to right. So we're here. Yeah, we're here. That's okay. We're here to there. So just bring it all the way across. That's better. Keep your shooting hand in the same position. Punch the ball in front of your left toe with your left hand, and then bring it across. That's it. Right hand's got to be in the same position. That's it. You're going to get used to training your body. Bring it up, keep your right hand in the same position. Bounce the ball outside your left toe. So you're going to bring it across about a meter. Push it all the way across. There you go. That's it. Good. We're not changing our shooting position. We're just moving the ball to where we want to start lifting from. 10 of these feet, we'll move on. Excellent. Now we'll work on some feet. So we'll do the same thing. We'll bring the ball to our shooting hand, but we'll have our right foot back. So show me your right foot back. Now, as the ball moves to your shooting hand, your right foot is going to touch the ground, and then we're going to get straight into our lift and release. We're going to be careful, of course, we've got some beams here. So left hand dribble, pass your shooting hand, and then lift and shoot. That's it, good. Now let's slow it down. We want to go slow. So let's almost go real slow motion. So let's go. We're back here, bounce, and by the time this ball comes in, we're here. Now lift and shoot. All in one motion. We want to go slow. Stay down the stance until your foot hits the ground. Lift and shoot, good. Stay low, stay wide. Balance is important. Yep, I want you to even slow. That's it. In fact, I want you to pause. Punch it, pause to here. So once we're at our pickup point, then we want to accelerate. So let's go even slow. So people at home can get a real good idea. Left hand bounce, hit it down. And then we're shooting. Yep, slow and wide. Bring the ball outside our left foot. That's to our right side. Excellent. Check your feet when you do this at home. Check your hand. Make sure you bring the ball across your body. to your shooting hand. We don't want to move our shooting hand, then we ruin our alignment. That's better. And again, the slower we go, the better we're going to be at this. Fantastic. Good. 5 of these. We've done a few, so we'll just do another 5. Put it down. There's 1. Hips down. Now let's time it so as the ball hits the hand, foot's there. So we're digging that right foot in the ground. There's our timing. And then we can lift straight. So a pound, set point, lift. Or set, pound, pocket. Yep. For a shooting pocket, you've got to pick a point. The knees, keep your hips down. Keep your hips down, and then up. That's better. That's right. Good. Okay, now we're going to bounce toward that shooting hand and bring our non-shooting hand to the ball. So it's exactly the same, but right hand dribble. Now we're just bringing the left hand to the ball. As soon as the swipe hits the ground, we're into our pocket and we're straight up. That's it. It's almost the same. Keep your feet nice and wide. Keep your balance. We're bringing the left hand to the right. Maintaining position of our ball we're shooting. We're going to get our index finger under the ball as we catch. Wrist starts to bend. And then we'll drive it up. Elbow extends, leg extends. Fantastic. 5 more, please. All right. Then we're going to add a pivot. Fantastic. All right, so now you're going to be shooting in that direction. But we're going to do it out of a pivot. So we're going to go back to our left hand. Right, so as we punch the ball with our non-shooting hand, we're going to pivot and then bring the ball to our shot hand into our shooting pocket and then lift and shoot. There you go. Good. Now we'll make sure we don't over pivot and overturn and twist our hips. That's it. So wherever our target is, wherever we're looking at, make sure our feet are almost even. Again, 1 foot in front of the other is not a problem. Slightly. There you go. We don't want to overturn and be aiming to our left. Or we don't want to turn and make a less of a turn and be aiming to our right. We want to be aiming. Excellent. At our target. So if I was looking at his speed to check his speed all right, I want you, after you pivot, I want heels on the ground and then lift. So I want balance now. So heels on and then lift. There you go. Make sure your heels are on. Knees bent, stay in the stance, stay nice and low. That's better. And then we can speed it up. So all of these things go slow. Make sure all of your foot's on the ground, you've got great balance. Then you can start to speed it up and get comfy. Good. 4 more. Because left hand, bring the ball to your right hand. Left hand, bring it to your right. There we go. Good. Now we're going to go back to our shooting hand. We're going to pound the ball with the right hand. Brian's a right hand shooter, but it's the same thing. So we're going to bring now the non-shooting hand to the ball. Ball, yeah. Probably easier for us. Here we go. Keep the ball on our right side. Ball's going to stay on that lift path, lift and release. 5 more. Just make sure you're staying in stance as you pivot. So punch, pivot, shot. Punch, pivot, shot. That's it. Great. All right. Last thing we're going to do, we'll just do 10 of these. We're going to go into a hop and we'll finish off for the day. So you're going to punch into the ground, land a jump spot. As soon as you land, that's your position for lift and shoot. 10. Here you go. So there's 1. Good. Last bit for today. So we call this the hop. You might be more comfortable landing in a jump stop. Feet wide, hips down. As soon as you land, ball's in shooting position. In, quickly under the ball, driving the knees, driving the arm, extending, getting some spin on the basketball, straight in the hole. Fantastic. And you can be landing pretty much in the same position, making sure we're not twisting, making sure balance is good, pushing up through our toes. Three more, I reckon we're done. Great. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Byron. Great demonstration. Some of this stuff you probably already know. A lot of the stuff we can continue to work on and get better. Our big focus is making sure we've got balance, make sure we've got really good footwork, and trying to improve our handles so when we come back, we're a much better player. Tune in next week. We'll have another session for you. Make sure you get a chance to practice and add something to your routine. You can even add to what we're doing. Make it more challenging. More reps, less time. Pound it harder, pound it quicker, increase distances. Until then, stay safe. We'll see you next week. Enjoy your basketball.